Spanish says, say it like a Spanish-speaking native. Time in Spanish does not have to be complicated. It is actually quite easy to learn. The most important part of learning time in Spanish is that you need to know it in English first, including how to read both types of clocks, analog and digital. If you want to find out what time it is in Spanish, you will ask the following: ¿Qué hora es? Let's say it is 2 o'clock. The answer will be Son las 2 en punto. It is 2 o'clock. In Spanish, we always start this answer with the expression son las, except for 1 o'clock, but we will learn this a little later in this lesson. Let's go through the first half an hour of time in Spanish. 2 o'clock. Son las 2 en punto. 2:05. Son las 2:05. 2:10. Son las 2:10. 2:15. Son las 2:15. 2:20. Son las 2:20. 2:25. Son las 2:25. 2:30. Son las 2:30. As you observed, the expression son las remains throughout along with the letter Y in between numbers. So basically, what we are saying in Spanish is, it is 2:15, it is 2:10, and so forth. Now we will learn how to express time in Spanish with the remaining half an hour. Please pay attention because it is a little different. If you want to say 2:35 or 25 minutes to 3, we say in Spanish, son las 3 menos 25. I know, you are probably thinking why it says son las 3 when it is 2:35. Well, in Spanish we are trying to say 25 minutes to 3, and this is why we start the answer by saying son las 3. If for some reason you find this confusing, the only thing you have to do is write down the time you want to say. In this example, it is 2:35. Then you add the time closest to the hour. In this case, the time closest to the hour is 3 o'clock. Therefore, your sentence will start with son las 3. Now we have to add the 25-minute portion. So we will say it like this: son las 3 menos 25. If I have to translate this literally, I am saying it is 3 o'clock minus 25. Basically, you take 3 o'clock and you minus 25 minutes, which of course will result in 2:35. The good news is that the same pattern will be used for the rest of the time. If you want to say 2:40 or 20 minutes to 3, you will say son las 3 menos 20. 2:45. Son las 3 menos cuarto. 2:50. Son las 3 menos 10. 5:50. Son las 3 menos 5. Now, when you have to say the time 1 o'clock in Spanish, you do not start with son las, but instead you would use the singular form and say es la, since 1 is considered singular. Therefore, it will be es la 1 en punto. Notice I am using una and not uno. You will also say for 1:20, es la 1:20. The same will apply to the rest of the hour. Let me give you a couple of examples that can challenge your knowledge about time in Spanish. If the time is 12:35 or 25 minutes to 1 o'clock, and since you have to start the answer by stating the time closest to the hour, it will be 1 o'clock. Therefore, you will start your answer with es la instead of son las. Then, the answer will be es la 1 menos 25. Let me give you another example. 1:50 or 10 minutes to 2 o'clock. Knowing that the closest time to 1:50 is 2 o'clock, I already know that I will start my answer with son las. Therefore, the complete answer will be son las 2 menos 10. If this all seems a little confusing, do not worry. Just go back to the beginning of this video and play it again over and over until you understand it fully. I know you are probably wondering, how do we say AM or PM in Spanish? If you want to say it is 8 AM, you say it like this: Son las 8 de la mañana. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. If you want to say it is 8 p.m., then you use the expression son las 8 de la noche. It is 8 o'clock at night. What about the time, like 2 p.m.? Very simple. Son las 2 de la tarde. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you think you understand it well enough, then stay and let's have a short test. See if you can say this time in Spanish. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell so you can be notified of new uploads to Spanish Says.